Here's the harsh reality of professional cycling. Sometimes having the strongest legs isn't enough to guarantee victory. Cian Uijtdebroeks discovered this bitter truth firsthand during Friday's mountain showdown at the Czech Tour, where tactical brilliance trumped raw power in a finish that left fans questioning everything they thought they knew about bike racing strategy. Fresh off his dominant double victory at the Tour de l'Ain, where he claimed both a stage win and the overall championship, Uijtdebroeks rolled into the Czech mountains with the kind of confidence that only comes from recent success. The Visma Lease bike rider had every reason to believe lightning could strike twice. But here's where it gets controversial. In cycling, confidence can sometimes be your biggest enemy. The Belgian powerhouse found himself outmaneuvered by a fellow countryman who's quickly becoming his generational rival, Junior Lecerf from Soudal Quickstep. In a tactical chess match that unfolded over the final kilometers, Lecerf employed what some might call the most frustrating yet effective strategy in cycling, the art of the wheel suck. For those new to cycling tactics, here's what happened. Instead of sharing the workload during the climb, Lecerf positioned himself directly behind Uijtdebroeks, using his rival's body as a shield against wind resistance while conserving precious energy for the final sprint. It's perfectly legal, but many consider it unsporting, a debate that continues to divide the cycling community. Uijtdebroeks' team had orchestrated what appeared to be a textbook setup. The squad demonstrated their collective strength throughout the day, controlling the race's tempo with military precision. Thomas Gloag established a punishing rhythm on the lower sections of the climb, systematically eliminating weaker riders from contention. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for, the launch. And this is the part most people miss. The role of William Smith, the 21-year-old development rider who's barely cut his teeth in professional racing. Smith delivered what Uijtdebroeks later described as a brilliant effort, providing the crucial acceleration that separated the Belgian from the main group. For a rider competing in just his first handful of professional races, Smith's contribution was nothing short of remarkable. "William put in an absolutely brilliant effort to launch me into the decisive move," Uijtdebroeks revealed through his team's official communication channels. "The moment I accelerated, I immediately opened up a significant gap on the field." But here's where cycling's cruel mathematics come into play. The climb, while challenging, lacked the gradient steepness necessary to prevent determined riders from bridging back. As Uijtdebroeks explained with barely concealed frustration, the climb simply wasn't steep enough to definitively drop the others who were determined to stay in contention. This raises a fascinating strategic question that continues to spark heated debates in cycling forums. Should riders be obligated to contribute to the pacemaking, or is tactical positioning fair game? Uijtdebroeks clearly felt the sting of non-cooperation. When you're sitting comfortably on someone's wheel, you're conserving enormous amounts of energy. Unfortunately, nobody was willing to share the burden of setting the pace. The final sprint became a numbers game that didn't favor the race's strongest climber. Both Lecerf and Alessandro Fancuello from UKYO had saved enough energy during the climb to outsprint Uijtdebroeks in the final meters. A scenario that highlights one of cycling's most controversial aspects. Sometimes the strongest rider doesn't win. Despite the disappointment, Uijtdebroeks refused to dwell on what might have been. "I believe we delivered an exceptionally strong performance as a unified team," he reflected. "The power and form are definitely there, and I'm maintaining a positive outlook about our upcoming opportunities." But here's where things get interesting and potentially explosive for Sunday's stage. Uijtdebroeks knows the Czech Tour terrain intimately, and he's already identified a crucial difference that could completely flip the script. Sunday's climb features the much steeper gradient than what we encountered today. That type of terrain suits our strengths perfectly. This sets up what promises to be an epic battle of tactical revenge. "We've already demonstrated our mountain climbing superiority," Uijtdebroeks declared, with unmistakable determination. "Come Sunday, we're going for complete revenge." From the winner's perspective, Junior Lecerf offered insights that reveal the calculated nature of his victory. This victory feels absolutely incredible. I've invested tremendous effort in my preparation, and I'm thrilled to see that hard work rewarded with this stage win, the Soudal quick-step rider explained. I want to express my gratitude to the entire team for maintaining control throughout the race. Lecerf's tactical approach was deceptively simple, yet brilliantly executed. From the moment the climbing began, our strategy was crystal clear. Stay positioned behind the strongest riders and trust completely in my sprint finish. The plan worked to perfection, but here's the controversial part that most fans missed. Lecerf admitted to having a significant advantage that bordered on unfair. It definitely provided a crucial edge, that I was familiar with this particular finish from racing here several years ago, he revealed. I could identify the perfect moment to launch my decisive attack. Once I had established that gap, there was no hesitation. I committed everything to reaching the line first. This raises uncomfortable questions about route familiarity and whether prior knowledge creates an uneven playing field in professional cycling. Should race organizers ensure all riders have equal access to course reconnaissance, or is local knowledge simply part of the sport's tactical complexity? Looking ahead, both teams are already positioning for Sunday's decisive showdown. Lecerf's squad remains focused on their broader objectives. So far, this race has exceeded our expectations completely. Tomorrow, we'll concentrate our efforts on supporting Luke's ambitions, and come Sunday, we're committing everything toward achieving a strong general classification result. The stage is set for what could be one of the season's most compelling tactical battles. Will Uijtdebroeks' superior climbing power finally overcome tactical positioning on a steeper gradient? Can Lecerf repeat his wheel-sucking strategy when the terrain becomes more selective? Here's what I want to know. Do you think Lecerf's tactical approach was brilliant strategy or unsporting behavior? Should cycling implement rules requiring riders to share pacemaking duties? Or is the current system of tactical positioning what makes the sport so compelling? And perhaps most controversially, does prior course knowledge give riders an unfair advantage that undermines competitive integrity? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I have a feeling this debate is going to get heated, and I'm curious to see which side of the tactical divide you fall on.